So previously I had done a video on my ranking methodology for um, modern silver coins, and now here's a video on the ranking method, a similar ranking for modern Clad coins. So these are the coins we deal with every day in circulation. You have pennies, and I split them up here into copper and non-copper. Those ones are copper ones are pre-1983. Nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins, where you have Native American and the presidential ones. I did not include the Eisenhower dollars because you really don't, see those day to day. Okay, so here I go. So I'm not going to cover in as much detail because the similar stuff is done in my video on ranking the silver coins. But I'm just going to go through. Let's just take the whatever, just the copper penny. Okay. So there's a face value of 1 cent. It's 3.11 grams. It has this much 95% copper, 0% nickel. So I take a copper total, nickel total. From that I get a metal total. Then I take some ratios, metal to face, total value I calculate as. So I'll explain this again. So I calculate a total value, which I call, it's the face plus the metal value. Maybe all coins have a numismatic value also, but that one I can't really calculate, so I don't include that. But that's certainly a real component of some coins. But the total is the face plus the metal value, and that matters. That matters because it's a utility measure. If I have coins that have the same metal value or similar metal value, but one of them has $100 stamped on it, the other one has 1 cent stamped on it, the $100 one is more useful for you. Now, whether you believe it's really worth $100 or not is kind of irrelevant if you can hop online or go to a coin shop and sell it for around $100 and get that cash. So anyways, so that's the total value. And I look at diameter, thickness, and get a volume. Take total to face, metal to volume, face to volume, total to volume. Okay, now I do some things. I look at the number of coins in a roll. So if you go to a bank and ask for a roll of pennies, in one roll they'll have 50 pennies. If you do the same thing with dollar coins, you're going to get 25 in a roll. How much the roll costs you, and then what I call the gain per roll. So this is the number in the roll times multiplied by the metal total. That's your gain per roll. Because you spent, excuse me, you spent, well, however much the roll cost, that's how much you spent. So your gain is the value of the metal times however many times the number of coins in the roll. Okay, so the winner here for that one is this row, where you gain 153 per roll if you buy a roll of nickel, I believe. Yeah, nickels. Okay, so when I add all of these indicator variables up and then rank them, where 1 is the highest count, nickels win. Pretty much because they have the highest nickel content, the greatest metal per volume of the coin, and gain per roll. Now for gain per roll, the $half is pretty close. I think this is a $half. Yeah, the $half is pretty close. But they have a high copper total and a high metal total, but everything else is not that high. The second place finishers, the copper penny. So they have the highest copper content. And what else do they have? Let's see. They have the highest ratio of metal to face value and total to face value. And that's it. So I think that kind of most likely matches your intuition that nickels would be the best buy for Clad, followed by copper pennies. Alright, well that's all I got, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.